Hi, everyone. Welcome to a delayed but fashionably late odd shaped panel. Uh, we're here just to hang out, do an OSP and chill session. This one isn't a themed episode. We're just here to answer some questions from you guys on Twitter and to talk about some recent news and then just to hang out. We have Eric Ossenbacher. He's going to be coming in with a Pokemon Go update. We're going to hear about how Gamer Grudge just went. And I'm sure Joe and Ashley will pop by. They just had a BFF live stream, so there's a lot of things going on tonight. So we appreciate you showing up.
There's Ashley.
I just summoned Ashley. I'm that good. So first off, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. Who do we got?
We got Corey, Jeff, Shuggy, Kim, Raul, Dub, Billy, and Ashley and Joe.
And also Morgan.
And Morgan. Oops.
It's okay. I see why. Because
I wrote Morgan. Yeah.
It's because he got moved to the top of the list. That's how special Morgan is. Also, if you haven't seen Morgan's OSP Abroads, there'll be plenty of time for plugs later, but they're a lot of fun, and I just like seeing myself on TV.
Cal just came in too. Hey, Cal.
Nice. So, we will plug all the stuff we just talked about, but first, I guess let's just get into the Q&As. I'm going to give you one question first.
Okay.
Because you might need some time to think about it. And feel free to chime in the chat. We'll read those along. But this one's from Jeff Holt, our maester from Night's Watch, and also at JMasterPoet on Twitter. He asked, what films or TV best portray their decades? So think about that a little bit. Maybe one or two. I don't think we can go through every decade ever, but...
yeah, I don't know if I'll even be able to get one on.
I have a few. Well, one right off the bat is Freaks and Geeks in the 90s. I feel like that's a really good representation of it. No?
But isn't that set in a different time period?
No, 80s. Right? Yeah, it's set in different, but that's the period. Oh, has that come from that period?
Wait, say the question again. Maybe I
wrote it weird too because I don't know. How do they best portray their decade?
Because it says their decade, so I'm assuming that means a decade.
Jeff's in the chat, so he can tell us if I'm wrong. But we're gonna think about that anyway. That's for everyone. There's a lot of answers for that. Honeymooners in the 50s? I don't know. Ashley Davis at _Mrs. Davis asked, what do you think of the proposed all-female Lord of the Flies? Kind of dumb. Like, I'm all for everything, you know what I mean? But it was kind of a novelization that I believe was a commentary on like the follies of masculinity. So to make it all female is kind of defeating the purpose. I could be wrong. I am not a literary expert, but I don't know. I always like to be proven wrong too, so I'm not against it. I just don't know why. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know enough about it to really have an opinion one way strongly.
Yeah, so there's that. Our buddy Cal, who was just the host, judging Gamer Grudge, did a fantastic job. Said TV show swap. What two shows cast would you swap into each other?
What two shows cast would you swap into each other? Man, these are hard for like right off the...
I would do Parks and Rec and The Office.
I feel like that's the low-hanging fruit
in
this question.
I just think it would work. Like, I feel like go to Pawnee for like a business retreat, like a working together picnic, and I don't know, they forget something, so Leslie Knope has to go back to Scranton. I don't know, something.
Yeah. Again, that's just a question I would have to think about more. That's not an easy, like, off the top of the head type.
Well, at any moment, we just might yell out answers, and
you just might.
Sorry, guys. Our antivirus always knows when we're live streaming. Let's see here. one last one from Eric at Nkach200. He asks, "Are you looking forward to it?"
Yeah, I am.
And there's a lot of things I've heard going around it. One, I've heard that Stephen King was terrified. Like he said that they did a really good job of like getting his vision and everything. Um, I found out Tim Curry was very unsatisfied with the miniseries ending that he was in, and that he was super interested to see how they end it. Granted, we're not going to see the ending until It Too, um, which is coming out before Robotech, the director confirmed. Anyway, um, I'm interested. I want to see what they're going to do.
Yeah, I like the trailer a lot.
I like the kid from Stranger Things, Finn.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
So there's that. Um, as far as what films best portray their decade, that's just hard. I
Yeah,
mean, I Love Lucy is probably a good one. He did write something else that might be an alternate question. So let's see what that is real quick, and then we'll move on to the news. I did see it here. I'm not hallucinating. I'm not hallucinating. How about just the decades you saw your favorite movies in, Kimber? So I guess what decade were your favorite movies in?
What decade did I see them in? Or
Or where
I'm
are they
confused by
from?
that question too.
This is just a Riddler's game of OSP tonight.
I like a lot of old stuff. I like old horror movies, particularly if they're
Well,
like so old that they're
okay.
in black and white.
So what era were most price films?
He did 100 movies over like decades and decades.
But your favorite ones are like the Edgar Allan Poe one, right? Like those are like.
Yeah, I mean, I like basically anything that's with him
just-
in it. I love Stanley Kubrick's work. I'm all over the place with
It's
movies.
like this is like, you know what, Jeff? We have a blog that we need writers for. How about you give us your answer to this for every decade, and I will put it on the blog. We need articles because I have been slacking on being an editor and rallying people to write. So that's all the questions. Thanks everyone who submitted. So let's get to the news. Was there I know I read a bunch to you before. No, it's fine. Just writing all over me. um, I know that I read you all of the news articles that we're going to be talking about earlier, but do you think there's anything I missed that I should highlight?
Not that I could think of.
Good. I just need to buy some time. Right. Nope. That didn't work. Thank you everyone who watched me on Fanfiction Host the other day. I was not prepared, but I think I did all right. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Didn't see this coming. John Cena is like on the top of the list to play Captain Marvel in Shazam, or Shazam in Shazam. I don't know which moniker they're going with, but I'm excited at the prospect. We know The Rock is playing Black Adam, and I always thought The Rock should be playing Billy Batson's Shazam, because I think he kind of can do the child's wonderment kind of thing. But I think John Cena is equally as capable. Like, I'm excited for this, and I'm not like a wrestling fan or anything. I just think he's very capable. Oh no, this is like the most excited I am for a DC project.
Yeah, they like to disappoint me. So I will wait until I see it, but I will give it a chance. And I'm sorry, Billy, if you feel personally victimized by any of my statements.
It's fine. Billy's a tough cookie. All right. Set to Strange. Excuse me. Drink a little coffee here. Oh, I got a paper cut. It is beating me up
You're
over
just
here.
running into all my stuff.
It's okay. I didn't really get a paper cut. Set to Strange. The Stranger Things creators want viewers to adjust their TV settings. I don't know if the exact settings are out yet. I'm sure they'll release them right before the show comes out, which is the 27th of October. Comes right out before Halloween.
It's the day after my birthday.
Ooh,
So
I'm excited for that. We're thinking about doing a Stranger Things recap show. Thoughts? Let us know. You can always tweet at us at Tough OSP. We need to update our moniker hashtag thing. I think we can do better. Send in your suggestions for what our new hashtag should be. I'm curious. Dub, I'm looking at you. So yeah, I think this is that they have like a specific vision.
I think they're saying yes about the Stranger Things over there.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Odder things.
Odd shaped things.
What should we name? I don't want to do any work. You guys just write the articles. Give us ideas. You're already doing the work with the questions for the Q&A. Thank you.
I thought about doing an American Horror Story recap show, but it kind of snuck up on us. It starts tomorrow, so it seems like a little late to be considering that. But we're looking for some shows to possibly recap now that a lot of our shows are ending. So if you have any ideas, just write them in.
Hashtags are hashtag Tom's Classics. That's for when I win the Gamer Grudge belt. Because I mean, we need to be a power couple. We already got one down, and we just want to rule all of pop culture together.
Likes odder things.
Ooh, gold rings. Get the Gamer Grudge like references out of here. No, I'm kidding. Evie, hi Evie. She says Supernatural. We're thinking about Supernatural because it's the 13th season, and like if we're gonna jump on the Supernatural, I mean we're fans. That's one of the things we bonded over. But like the 13th season seems appropriate to like focus on. You know what I mean? They're gonna definitely do something with that. You would think. Plus, it's the Scooby-Doo crossover season.
If there's people who will come, then we will definitely consider it. So let us know.
Let's see. It's nice to see Evie in here. I haven't seen her. I used to work with everyone, and she moved houses, and I never see her anymore. But she's very nice.
True story.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything on Stranger Things / content creating brainstorming session, I guess. Man, I wish I could like put these in a list and then activate them. All right. Few things here. We're at the casting couch section. That's where we talk about castings on this couch. Nothing more. Don't read into this question. Matt Smith wants to be in Marvel movies. I mean, I'm down. We already have David Tennant and Chris Eccleston. Who do you think Matt Smith should play? My pick is the leader. The big-headed, super smart. He's as smart as the Hulk is strong. Because I mean, it's great that we're gonna get this huge team up in Infinity War, but like we need the huge villain team up that like the Masters of Evil-esque team up. If it was DC, I'd be saying Legions of Doom. Like I want to see everyone working together at a certain point because that's something we don't have yet in these movies.
Matt Smith is the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who. He's my personal favorite. How dare you?
The resurrected Kilgrave, that's a little too meta, Corey.
Yeah.
I know they set up the leader in Incredible Hulk, but they've already changed. Oh, well, that's okay. That could be a good point. Just go with his backstory and change the actor. Even though I like that actor, I can't think of his name on top of my head, but I love him in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And a million other things. Mephisto, interesting. I'd want Matt Smith as Mysterio. Man, I just want Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. Like, I will never not say that because Mysterio can be any age. He just has to be a failed special effects artist. And that could be literally anything. So, and then he works with a tinkerer and gets some like updated stuff. But yeah, a lot of good suggestion, guys. I like that you're liking the Tim Blake Nelson is the guy, Mr. Blue, who they set up to be the leader. But cool. Another casting thing: Rainn Wilson, Dwight from The Office. He wants to play the older Lex Luthor. He wants to play Lex Luthor, Alexander Luthor Jr., as portrayed by Jesse Eisenberg's father. Glad I'm not the only one. I think it's interesting. I want to see him shave his head. I think I'm a little pumped on the idea because I listened to Dan Harmon's rant on Superman earlier, and it's just pretty much like Lex Luthor propaganda, but I'm fine with it.
Sorry, I'm still reading the chat here.
Did I miss anything?
Matt Smith as Galactus.
Oh, that might be interesting. I like that.
Nick Cage as Green Goblin.
I like that too. Janet Jackson as Mysterio. I don't know if they're gonna resurrect her to do that. Right? Wait, was she alive? Janet Jackson? She's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm horrible at this stuff, guys. Nelson Mandela's still alive. Right? Adrian Brody would be a fun Mysterio. Yeah. See, he was my original pick for the Vulture. But I mean, I would never take that away from Michael Keaton. No, I just liked him because he looks like a bird.
Yeah, he's my pick for Ichabod Crane if they ever want to do a good Sleepy Hollow.
And Mr. Fantastic, I think they've like stopped doing Fantastic Four
You killed
comics.
Janet Jackson, Raul says.
Don't say that too loud, guys. I've been here the entire time.
She says Nick Cage would be a better Riddler, but Neil Patrick Harris is the only choice for Riddler.
Cal saying Crispin Glover is Joker, and this is a good segue to what I was getting to next.
That I don't hate so much.
I don't hate it either. I love our William Dafoe one.
It's most. Willem Dafoe as Joker, which Billy's also talking
Yes.
about. Google pictures if you haven't seen it.
But I guess DC is trying to do a solo Joker movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and keep Jared Leto in the deets. So I guess it's alternate universes, or he's playing the somehow younger version of Jared Leto. I don't know what's going on. I think it's supposed to be directed by Martin Scorsese, right?
Yeah.
So they're looking at Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't hate it because I like the Joker as a crime piece. But I feel like we kind of got that with Tim Burton's.
Yeah, but it's been a long time since that happened, and Tim Burton is like a very different director than Martin Scorsese is.
There's not going to be any Prince playing during.
Yeah, it would be a much heavier tone. I don't hate it. It's just like you already have a bad Joker, brand new, that you just made a movie with, and it's a little confusing, you know? Like, I love the Joker, and I'd love them to fix it, but it's a little weird timing for me.
And that's the end of the casting couch segment. Next is... Hi, Billy. This one's for you. So, Warner Brothers is releasing, because I guess the original went straight to DVD, the Ultimate Edition of Batman vs. Superman into theaters. Which I guess if you liked it and you wanted to see it on a bigger screen, that's cool.
I've heard this is a superior version of the movie as
I get that too, but I feel like if you also own it, what's the point? I don't know.
Some people are really into it. Some people like the experience of going to the theater. So if
it was something where it was like on 50mm film, I don't know if that's real.
It's like they play Nightmare Before Christmas like almost every year around Halloween, and I used to go. I went like a few times because it's cool to just go see it in the theater.
Anyway,
Billy's just shaking his head.
It's fine. I just want we just want him to be included.
Will anyone else pop up?
Dude.
Spoilers.
Look, I'm not only hurting on DC right now. Marvel is the Inhumans are apparently performing very poorly, and I don't think anyone is surprised. It looks horrible. Why doesn't Black Bolt have a mask on? Medusa's hair is weird. I always
No, this is
thought
the one with Ramsey.
this is the one with Ramsey, and he's playing pretty much the same part. Ramsey plays the brother of the king who wants to usurp him.
Ewan Rayon, the actor who plays Ramsey Snow / Bolton on Game of Thrones, is who we're talking about.
So, I mean, I always thought Inhumans would be challenging to do anyway. Their power set's always been a little wacky, but that's why they've always just been out of the way on the moon. Then I read like another article that the director of the Inhumans is like, "Oh, we're considering doing a crossover with Agents of Shield," and I'm like, "Considering? Like Agents of Shield is your flagship. That's how you introduced Inhumans into the Marvel universe. How are you not already writing the crossover? You're both on ABC." I get that they're doing the IMAX event, but that doesn't mean that they can't also like. You're telling me if Coulson shows up in episode 2 of Inhumans in IMAX, people aren't going to be happy about it? Like TV, that's like the TV's hurting because they aren't connecting like they've always said they would.
Yeah.
Like I'm still a little bummed that Defenders hasn't like had any like one Nick Fury and a Luke Cage performance. Could you like that role was made especially because it's Sam Jackson. It's like the styles just go hand in hand.
I agree.
I don't know. So yeah, I think Marvel has issues too. I just don't want anyone to think I'm picking on them.
Marvel's Netflix shows started out very strong.
Now that everything's about Iron Fist now, and I don't get it.
Yeah, I thought that was a weird choice.
Now everyone's like, let's do Heroes for Hire, and although I was hyped for that from the beginning of of Defenders, because the first 4 episodes of Defenders I thought were really good. We watched it with Morgan, and he agreed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just getting mad. Time to praise some DC stars. Super Friends, the CW stars, a lot of them from the DC shows that the CW has, along with like I think some Riverdale people and stuff,
and the Supernatural guys too. I think.
Oh yeah, of course they would definitely be on this. They raised a bunch of money for Hurricane Harvey. I don't have a number, but these guys are just great. The CW community, like I may not like every show on it, but they are all like a big family that embraces its audience like an even bigger family. Yeah.
Last Gish was this year though. That's sad.
Yeah, I missed it. Tom's going through those lower thirds like a boss. I'm trying to keep on track of it. But yeah, that's just awesome. It's especially when you hear about some people who are there during the thick of it who won't even open their doors.
Yeah.
And then you like these people travel and then
just 3 more here and then we will get to the callers. I know it's really late for Morgan, so if he's still around, we'll get him in first.
All right, so this one's for Cal. Apparently, I've never heard of this shoe company, but it's Koyo.
Is that an I or
It's an I. It's like it's capital O. I'm sorry, that's wrong. Capital K, capital O, capital I, capital O. They just released a limited edition Jaime Lannister inspired sneaker. And it has a gold hand like clasp on it. So yeah, I thought that was cool, and I thought Cal would appreciate that. What do you think would be some other fun Game of Thrones shoes?
Oh, that's easy. Like you can make, especially for like women's shoes, like a Cersei, a Dany, a Marjorie. There's like a million options. Everyone's house sigils are so nice and they have so many like beautiful colors to work with. It's really easy to make cool Game of Thrones stuff. Like I make soap and a bunch of them are themed Game of Thrones because it's really easy to work with.
It'd be cool to like. I'm not a big fan of Uggs, but to do some kind of like boots that look like yeah, exactly, like some wildling.
Mm-hmm.
What do you call them? Oogs? I don't know. Does that sound like wildling talk? Yigs. No, I don't like that. That sounded wrong.
No, like Ygritte.
Yeah, no. So the next one, The Baelish. It's just
A Baelish. It's got the little bird pin on it instead of the Jaime Lannister clip.
Yeah. We were talking about CW before, and there's going to be a new show called Black Rose, produced by Drew Barrymore, and it is written and directed by all females. Weird, you brought this to my attention the other day.
Sorry, I'm reading Cal's. Cal says you can't buy those shoes. Actually, the only way to get them is to win the contest through HBO or the social media contest from the shoe company with the hashtag Rep the Realm.
What? That is so lame. That's not how it was advertised when I read it. I'm sorry for raising your hopes, Cal, and showing you something.
Yeah, it says Fatals, not Fatales. They're supposed to be an E.
Luckily, it's not being recorded or anything. Fatales. Femme Fatales.
It's okay. When we did the villain episode, my tablet was brand new, so I misspelled villain at some point, and then every time I wrote villain in, it auto-corrected it to the wrong spelling.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was great.
So, I'm really interested to see. I mean, I think it might be a little limited being on the CW.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much they'll be able to get away with.
It depends on what they end up doing, but
I mean, they've been doing a lot more and more horror shows lately. Like that Scream show was out for a while. I mean, it might still be out. I guess Pretty Little Liars is interesting enough to be. A lot of people in the audience watch it. So
Raul and Cal.
So yeah, I guess. But those are more cable network shows. So I'm curious to see how the CW handles it. But yeah, I guess Supernatural is pretty dark. So I guess they can get away with some interesting stuff. One more for you guys, and just because we always talk about him whenever we can because we like him a lot. You know him possibly as Justin Hammer or the guy stuck on the moon?
Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell has just been cast to play George W. Bush in a Dick Cheney biopic. I wouldn't care about this movie at all. But now I really want to see Sam Rockwell act as George W. Bush. Who did it earlier? Josh Brolin? No, who did it?
I don't remember. I'm sure someone will tell us in the chat.
Wait.
Oh yeah, Dub loves Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
So good timing for Dub being here tonight.
I try to get something for everybody. But that's everything, guys. So I'm gonna turn the lower thirds off. I don't need this thing. Get out of here.
Morgan in here.
And we're gonna call our buddy Morgan, and we're just gonna, have a chat with everybody.
Our future officiant. We'll see if he still thinks it's a good idea.
Don't give him an option.
Don't give him an option. Yeah, Ashley.
It was Josh Brolin.
Ashley makes a good point too. She says Zaphod is totally like Bush in the Hitchhikers movie, and yes, that's a very valid point. I agree. He's excellent though. I'd watch him in pretty much anything. We love Moon. And Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind is really good. Is this the first face-to-face we've had with Morgan since the trip? No.
Yeah? I think so.
Awkward.
We've been pretty busy with all the shows going on. I was tapping my arm with the pen, but it turns out I was tapping it with the pen side.
Oh, God.
So I drew all over my
arm. Yeah, Jeff, it's interesting when you watch all of Law & Order how many people show up. And then you're like, oh, this guy, he's definitely the killer because it's this guy. And they're successful now. Like, everyone launches off of Law & Order somehow. I see Morgan's face.
My own.
I hear you.
Can you see me, though?
No, only your
picture?
Beautiful purple picture.
God damn it.
He didn't mean it, God.
That's Morgan's catchphrase, by the way.
Is it on now? There I am.
Oh, there you are.
What despicable lighting is this?
You got a
Oh.
light?
I'm still in mourning, by the way. See,
Oh God, is that mourning or denial? I guess denial is a
It's
part
mourning.
of mourning, right?
I'm
7 stages of
grieving.
grief.
I heard it's a river in Egypt.
It's a river in Egypt
Yeah.
too. The more you know.
I'm still in stage 2 of grieving.
Anger, denial. Whoa, wait, bargaining? Wait, I'm trying to remember the order. Anyway,
I don't know what it is, to be honest with you.
that's why I
Hello.
said got a light. Actually, he looks like the woodsman, and I love it.
The woodsman.
It's a Twin Peaks character, I guess.
See, I
and we
watched
talk
one
about Twin
episode
Peaks,
of
we haven't
Twin
watched
Peaks.
it yet.
I watched one episode of Twin Peaks with you, and you absolutely nothing that was going on. So
It's about right. Sounds about right. We got our own hashtag. It's Tomgin.
I know Raoul likes to make his hashtags.
See, I would have preferred more Tom, but who wouldn't want more Tom?
I don't agree with that at all.
You see what happens when Kimber leaves for 5 seconds?
Yeah.
I make bad jokes.
It turns to nonsense.
I mean, I still make bad jokes when she's around. It's fine. Was there any current news you wanted to talk about, or anything I missed?
I mean, not that I've heard, to be honest. With all the nonsense going around about whoever the hell's playing Joker these days, I just sort of step back from everything and just go, right, enough with film news for a week. So I don't pay attention after that. And what else happened? What's all this about John Cena?
He's gonna be playing Captain Marvel, Billy Batson. Maybe, hopefully.
See, I don't know enough about, the
Okay.
whole Shazam business.
So Billy Batson is like this 8-year-old, 10-year-old kid, depending on when this happens, who stumbles upon the wizard Shazam. And Shazam finds that this kid is a perfect contender to have the power of Shazam, which is like the speed of Hermes and the wisdom of Solomon and a bunch of other stuff that spell out Shazam. So when 8/10-year-old Billy Batson goes Shazam, he gets struck by a lightning bolt and turns into a like muscular adult who has superpowers. He's a magical Superman, but he's still a kid. Like he's like it's big, but with superpowers.
Okay.
So I think John Cena can act like a kid. If that makes
John Cena, yeah. John Cena, he clearly looks like a strong magic guy. Not sure about the magic whole thing, but he's strong. I know that. Not too sure about John Cena's acting capabilities.
I mean, I've seen him be really funny in things. I liked a lot of his SNL stuff. And another person I really like their SNL stuff is The Rock. And he is the villain in Shazam. He's already been cast as Black Adam. So to have two wrestlers kind of go at it in a like
I guess that'd be kind of I guess that'd be kind of cool, to be honest. Even just for the quote unquote novelty of having two wrestlers fight in a mainstream superhero thing. And speaking of superheroes, there seems to be absolutely nothing good coming out of anything. All this Inhumans nonsense is just, I mean, you say it's been received very poorly. It clearly has. It's clearly making no money at these IMAX screenings it put on. Not that it. See, I feel like people knew this months ago, though, that it was just not going to be great. I don't know. I ain't watching it. Hi, Kimber. Anyway,
Hey, buddy.
I'll leave you guys alone. We'll get out of
Oh.
here on the third wheel.
it's still very emotional when I look at the couch.
Yeah, you slept on this couch.
I did.
Speaking of, why don't you tell everybody what you put out today?
I put out part 2 of, well, I think there's going to be like 3 of them. There's not going to be more than 3. I put out part 2 of an OSP abroad vlog thing, which, as pretty much everyone who will be watching this knows, I went and visited these 2 wonderful human beings, and things happened, and I'm now going to be marrying them, and I slept on that couch, and it was wonderful. And yeah, I sort of filmed quite a bit of it, although sadly not enough of it, and I apologized profusely to Delicia and Cal in today's video, because for some reason I didn't film anything in that afternoon we spent together, and that is entirely my bad. So I'm sorry for that, guys. But yeah, I put those out, and there'll be part 3 will be out tomorrow on the YouTubes. So I think it's on your featured things anyway, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah, Tom always does a good job of like linking it, so I'm sure it's in the. Did you put his?
No.
No,
Okay,
no,
he'll get to it.
If you go to the right side of your computer screen, you can just click Morgan's face.
I mean, yeah, it's there. It's always there. My face will just pop up
On
when
the
you
top.
don't want it to sometimes. But yeah, I need to tell you.
Some people are sad that they didn't get to see you, but hopefully a lot of the group will be meeting up when we get married, and we'll take lots of video and pictures.
Of course we will.
Not me. I'm not gonna be in any of it.
Ridiculous.
Yes, you are. You have to be.
Okay.
Well, all right,
as your
Morgan.
officiant, I require you to be there.
Did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we get the next caller in here?
I mean, not really about any of this news sort of thing, because, like I said, I've just been. Once I hear one nonsense news story too many, I just sort of go, right, let's just leave it until something happens next week. So I'll leave it as just a simple love you guys. Always a pleasure to be on here. And before I start crying again, looking at that couch and the setup and everything that I was at, a week and a half ago, I just that's people look at that blanket. It's the single comfiest blanket anyone has ever owned ever.
This blanket's older than me.
I just want to make everyone aware of that. But yeah, that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. If you want to watch an OSP abroad, it's on the featured channels thing.
And much like both the Lord of the Rings and Star Wars trilogies, the second one is the best one.
The second one features you. That's why you think that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first one doesn't feature you, and neither does the third one.
But the anticipation of knowing that we're going to be in the second one is great, and then the cool down.
It is a cool down. I will admit.
The overload of seeing us in the second one is very good, and the Ewoks in your third one are great.
To be honest, I think it peaks when you pretended to be a dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
That's my favorite part. I wanted to make a clip of it. We talked about it. We might take a clip of it and use it as our channel trailer.
Please do.
That's also an interesting idea, because we have to have a channel trailer for people who don't know what we are. And I was wondering if anyone would be interested in taking a 10-second video of why you like OSP. And I'll make a little collage thing, and then we'll cap it off with the dinosaur.
Yeah.
and we'll make a cool little trailer together. Again, I'm trying to make you guys do all the work. So if you're interested in doing that, let me know, and we'll work out a way to do that. I'll give you my email.
Well,
But
I
Morgan,
for one, am very happy
What?
to do that work because
well, I wasn't even going to ask you. I knew you were going to do it.
well, I mean, I think pretty much everyone would do it. We're all nice here. Or go and see
You're
it
all right.
this weekend as well.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it, but I'm just like telling people to go and see it.
That's the perfect marketing. Like, go see it. Like it.
Go see it. Huh.
It was really good. You know what I mean? That's classic. Anyway, I'm out. Bye, guys. Have a good night. No.
All right, Morgan. We'll see you later.
Yes, you will. Bye.
We'll give you a call as soon as we have some free time. It's been a little hectic.
Yeah, whenever. You know, I'm always available for wonderful people. Yeah. I'll go to sleep now. I'm tired, clearly.
You're getting sleepy.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hi Vita, how's it going?
Oh, hey.
Who's next on the list?
It's Corey.
Next we have Corey. It won't be a Bory, cause he's got a story. It's
What? Corey.
I want Curry. I don't know where that
Are
came
you
from.
singing musical numbers because we were watching all those Tonys musical numbers?
Yeah.
Let me
it's
tell
pretty
you
good. Neil
something
Patrick
about
Harris
Neil
is the man.
Patrick Harris. This fucking guy.
Hi
Like,
Bill.
we were watching one of the like beginning intros for like a Tonys that he hosted.
You watched all four of them.
Yeah, but there was like one that was that bigger routine.
Yeah, it's bigger. It's so much bigger.
But literally, this dude does so many things, and he's amazing at all of them. And some of the stuff he did in this routine could have gone so horribly wrong, and he nails all of it. That dude is.
Hello.
Hey Corey, how's it going?
It's going all right. How are you guys?
Oh, we're doing great. I'm trying to write in the chat, but other than that, I'm having no problems. So, did you have any specific news things you want to talk about? Did we miss anything? Did you want to highlight something we talked about?
I wanted to talk about this Westeros fake trailer that popped up
I don't know if I've seen it.
because I want to see that show. I'm sorry. That trailer was so good. I was like, I didn't know if it was fake or what. So I just looked at it. I thought maybe HBO had grown a pair and was like gonna do a modern day Game of Thrones thing. And I was so psyched. And then people are like I think Kim told me, it's like, no, that's fan made, man. It looks so good.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. You'll have to send that one to us because we missed that somehow.
Oh, Cal put it up on Facebook. That's where I saw it.
Ah, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, no, I was so hyped when I saw that. I was like, yes, they're gonna do, yeah. And then it's like, no, it's fan made.
Happens.
So yeah, I was kind of hoping you guys would mention that. I didn't know you hadn't seen it because it came out like it first appeared on the internet. Dog's going nutty. Okay, it went out on the internet the day of the finale.
Huh.
Between Ashley and your dog, man.
He knows. Every time I go live, he knows. He starts.
He just wants your attention, but you're giving it to us.
Right.
Good. Trying to think if there's anything else as far as like news. Oh, so I guess I didn't even realize that the director of it is doing the Robotech movie.
I heard about that. Yeah, I'm curious to see it now. I was a fan of the book It, and I wasn't really concerned about a movie because I remember the last movie, it was horrible. I know people love it and stuff, but that's my personal opinion. And I wasn't really looking for a reboot of it right now.
Well, it was a miniseries, not a movie, right?
I mean, there's a lot to love about it. There's also like it's the ending is the weakest part.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, but it too is definitely going to be coming out before Robotech, so that got pushed back a little bit. But I'm curious to see how they like. It's definitely going to be a different feel, I would assume, based on what I've seen on Robotech, which is a fever dream episode. But still, I think I have the general gist idea of the series.
Gist idea.
General gist is not a good idea.
No. But yeah, you know, you got all of Robotech's sort of art style in one episode because it was such a mishmash of things he had seen before.
The weird giants he might be able to do cool things with.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what I've seen so far with the special effects, which, I mean, there's one special effect that we weren't a fan of, but they do a lot of promo shots too, like that vulture descending in the Homecoming. That's not in the movie at all. I think that thing we're talking about might be like the same thing. It's where that Pennywise rushes the camera.
I have to see the movie before I can form an opinion on it. I don't like the trailer does look like it could be good to me.
It's gonna be. I think it does look good. That was the biggest surprise about it, actually, when I heard they were making an It movie. That the trailer actually did make me want to go see it. It feels like Stranger Things or something.
Well, it helps that Finn's in
it.
Yeah. But if anyone hasn't seen the episode where he's on with Game Grumps, it's hilarious. Just look up Game Grumps. Guest Grumps, Finn Wolfhard. The kid's hilarious. He talks all about video games, and I think I'm trying to remember what they play together. I think it might be Mario Kart. I could be wrong. That could be
it was a racing
Grey
game,
Worm.
I think, though.
I could be talking about Grey Worm though, because I know he talked about Mario Kart. They play Mario Kart a lot, so I could be wrong.
Right.
Oh, hey Mormo, how's it going? Set in the 80s.
Oh, hello, Mormo.
What's set in the 80s? It? Oh yeah, that helps too. The fact that it's a period piece, I guess.
Yeah, if they had cell phones, it wouldn't work. So it needs to be set when it's set.
Although it's disappointing because one of my favorite Stephen King books is Cellular. Hey Chase, how's it going? And it's like this weird like epidemic that happens because of cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
And they did make it a movie. I think it was on Hulu or something, and it was horrible.
Yeah, they picked on that in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. There was like a whole bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Cell was a horrible movie.
Yeah, but the book's really good, and it's kind of disappointing. But it does make sense. But the way they present it in the book is a lot different than like they go out of their way just not answering their phone because the phone's not going to kill them.
They're shooting for them to be adults in this time period, so that also works with it.
I also heard the child actors are still going to be in it too, so it might have some like flashback scenes or whatever dealing with the kids, or maybe using them in like, because you know how Pennywise likes to mess with people, he might be like projecting the younger versions of them, so they are still going to be involved in some ways. That's interesting. But I didn't think I was going to be this excited for it, and we don't go to the movies often.
Yeah, we'll definitely go see that one though.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think
yeah, we just came off of a really, really unremarkable Stephen King adaptation too. I mean, so it'll be nice if he can, you know, get a good thing made from his stuff, because the Dark Tower flopped. I mean, it was horrible.
I think he's always been kind of backing it a little bit more than Dark Tower. Like for the past month, he's had a red balloon in his window at his house. Like he's super excited for this movie. And I guess I would be too. He's obviously it's obviously one of his favorites.
It's a great book.
Oh, for sure.
I definitely want to make my own opinion though, because there are film adaptations of his work that I'm a big fan of that he wasn't, and ones that he favors that I didn't really like. So.
Oh yeah, like I finally saddled up and watched The Mist a few months ago, and everybody told me The Mist was awful. That's what I heard. Mist sucks. Don't bother, man. It just blows. And I watched The Mist, and I'm like, this movie is friggin' scary. Like that movie gave me like. Recently, I just watched The Babadook too, and the Babadook has real creep to it, like more creep than I've seen in the last couple decades. Like genuine, like hair. And The Mist is kind of the same way. It's just, but it's more of the monsters and the giant bugs, that kind of stuff. And The Mist gave me the royal creeps.
Oh man, The Mist I think is one of the most successful like Lovecraftian movies as far as like the elder like gods and stuff like that. Obviously, like that bug you talked about with the skull, I thought that was one of the coolest creature designs I saw around that time.
Oh yeah,
I might have told this story a million times.
Yeah, you have.
Okay, I won't say it then.
yeah. I watched it with a bunch of people who didn't know Lovecraft from A Hole in the Ground, and I kept making Cthulhu jokes, and they're just like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm like, you wouldn't even if you read him. That's part of Cthulhu's charm.
I like the Babadook too. In fact, Babadook's a running joke between the both of us. But at least The Mist had a body count.
Yeah, that's my main problem with the Babadook movie. Is I like.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing is the Babadook is so creepy. It doesn't matter if anybody actually goes down.
But
because
that's the thing
it
is
matters
that
a little.
it matters to me though. Like I wish they would have killed more.
And
somebody
I wish there was like the worst kid in a movie award because I would
that
give
kid would win it.
award
Oh yeah.
to that kid. And I know he was supposed to be obnoxious, but at certain like you have to have some redeemable characteristics for a character to not be hated throughout the whole movie at all.
Yeah.
Well, that's
You don't care.
like
all
the
that aside though, there's a lot about that movie that I really do like that aesthetic is really cool, and I love like the sequence with the monster that goes into the TV or whatever,
It
like
looks like
some really cool shit. So I'm not like harpooning that movie in any sort of way. That kid is annoying though, and I wish there was more dead people.
Well, that kid reminded me, like the Babadook. If you're paying attention, the Babadook is like a retelling of The Bad Seed, and The Bad Seed was a crazy movie. If you've never seen it, go back and check out The Bad Seed. But it's not about the kid. Like the kid is not the focus of the movie. The mom slowly going nutburgers is the focus of the movie, just like in The Bad Seed.
Yeah, but the kid.
That's what's fascinating to watch.
At all.
Yeah, we still have to watch him, and if he's annoying, he's annoying.
Fair enough.
I mean, anyway, like if you haven't seen Babadook, you should. At least once because there are a lot of cool sequences, and I think it was one of the best horrors that year, for sure. I don't think that year had a lot. I know I'm not really into those. I heard they're really good, but those there's like a whole there's the Annabelle and the others.
The Conjuring.
I
think.
like I haven't watched more than I think the half of the first Conjuring, but I think those came out around the same time too.
Yeah.
I watched The Conjuring with my sister on Halloween, and somebody whacked on our door about halfway through The Conjuring, and we just both went, "What? Oh, okay."
Raul says It Follows was that same year, and I really liked It Follows. I'm not huge on like modern horror movies, but occasionally I'll still check them out, and occasionally I'll find one I really like, and It Follows is one of the more recent ones that I actually really liked a lot.
I still think Get Out's like one of the best horror movies I've seen in years.
Get Out, yeah. Get Out for sure.
Get Out was awesome, and I watched the Babadook basically because you guys told me it was good. That's why I was watching. So and you weren't the only ones, but you were the final ones. All right, guys. I'll let somebody. I got to go over to my other live stream. So
do you want to plug real quick?
Huh? What'd you say?
You want to plug?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna. I am at Detroit on Twitter. I am the host of the Tech Podcast. I'm also vice president of the Find Dougie fan club, and notorious hater of Fraggles. Also, I'm all over. I'm also all over the Game Fixers stuff that my partner Mac is doing. And there's all that. Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll see you soon,
Corey.
buddy.
All right, later on, guys. Bye-bye.
All right, Dub, first step in order how to Dougie. Put back a fork into light socket.
He said it's nothing like the new Evil Dead movie. I actually liked the Evil Dead remake. A lot of people hate on that movie.
see it because I was worried about it, but you did tell me it was good.
I think
so
that we'll
would give
have
it a-
to watch that sometime. Maybe we'll do a twofer of like we'll each
Evil
pick.
Dead and Evil Dead.
Or I
A
was thinking
remake
best
twofer?
remakes, like a remake twofer.
Oh, that's a good idea too.
Remake is good. We can think of something. What would be a good twofer with the Evil Dead remake? We're looking for another good remake of horror, preferably.
Kat, what are you doing? I love
She's
you.
getting comfy.
I'm trying to be comfy. Say hi, Mavis. Hello. I'm Weak Sauce Cat.
No, be nice to her.
Who's trying?
Who do we have coming in next? Jeff?
I don't know. I asked in the chat. No response from Jeff yet.
Jeff, Shuggy,
no.
but I think Shuggy was leaving.
Jeff died. I didn't see Shuggy leave. I thought he said goodnight to somebody else.
Raul.
Who's next? Fight for it. No, not really. Look at this cat. She's so weird.
Shuggy left. See, I thought so.
Oh God. Oh. Okay. No.
Jeff, you here? When did TJ come in? Because I do not have TJ on the list.
TJ and I are enemies. He's backing Mac in the Future Gamer Grudge episode, and I appreciate it. I thought Tom stick together. That's all I'll say about that.
Well, while we're waiting to hear back from Jeff, maybe we'll get Raul in. He's next on the list.
Okay. Of course, Eric Asamacher does have Pokemon Go news coming up.
Does he have a cool hat though?
He is 80% hat. So what's Corey doing that's better than this?
He has a live stream.
Competing with us? Corey?
Yeah, good luck with that. We get tens of views.
Yeah. We were at 10, now you're gone, so we're at 9. But still. Seriously, how long is that going to go on? Because I might go over later.
We probably gotta watch Twin Peaks.
We do got to watch Twin Peaks. I want to watch it. But I kind of don't want to watch it at the same time because I don't want it to be over.
I want to watch it. Tom got me pie.
I did. I got some cherry pie.
Tom went shopping this morning and he came back with enough for one lunch and then a bunch of sweets because I love
lunches.
treats.
2 lunches for you and then 1 lunch for the both of us.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Hi,
TJ.
how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Fine. I just saw Logan Lucky, and there was a really great Game of Thrones joke. I just remember it. There's like a prison riot, and so all of the prisoners ask for a thing, and then they said to the warden, "We want a dozen dragons on the library and Whistle Winter and the next book, A Dream of Spring." And then the guy says, "I can only get Dance with Dragons. The other 2 books hasn't been published yet." And then another prisoner says through the intercom, "But George R. R. Martin said that 2 years ago they was gonna publish it." But I'm in Wikipedia, says the warden, and it says here that George R. R. Martin they haven't even finished writing Whistle Winter. And then they started like to fire the prison kitchen because of that.
Nice.
So are there any news that you attracted your attention or anything we missed that you wanted to talk about?
Recently, well, we can touch the Inhumans thing. I'm not even interested at all. Like,
Yeah.
I saw a recent trailer that popped up on IMDb, and I was like, wow, this show really, really looks bad. And also, after I quit Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. last season, I was like, I'm not going to even see it. And also, I'm not going to pay $20 to see a pilot. That's a crazy idea. I will pay $20 to see the Game of Thrones finale in 2 years in IMAX. That's a good price.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't know what you're getting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
And
I
also
agree.
because they have promised that the last episode is gonna be maybe an hour and a half long. So you're technically you're seeing a movie when you watch the Game of Thrones series finale.
Yeah.
I'll be there in a heartbeat.
Yeah, Tom's agreeing with you. He said he would definitely be down to go to like the finale of Game of Thrones in the theater in IMAX, you know.
Yeah, because like for example, in my city in Monterrey, a lot of my friends they went to a big auditorium that they do a lot of concerts, but in that day they view the finale live in a really big screen, and so I was like, and also a lot of movie theaters did that in Mexico. They show up and they show the Game of Thrones finale, and so what? Also, HBO can get a lot of money if they show the finale in theaters and also on TV because a lot of people will say, "Hey, I'm paying TV also. I'm not gonna go to the theater only for the finale."
Yeah, for sure.
They could do those live events too in the theaters. They don't just have to do
Hmm.
IMAX. They could do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not only IMAX, it also could be in any screen.
Yeah,
And also in HBO, what's more money? They can do this the 3D thing.
right. Like do a IMAX 3D.
Oh, those dragons killing Cersei and Kiss Landing, seeing the fire. I
Yeah,
will pay 3D for that.
that's my favorite thing to go to IMAX for. Where I'm from in Fort Lauderdale, they have a huge IMAX, like a really huge IMAX in this museum, and I used to go out there for all the Hobbit movies and the Lord of the Rings movies and stuff because they look freaking amazing on this screen that's like 10 times bigger than what you usually go to. And I'm with you, just dragons and armies and just being able to really see all the stuff that's going on because it can get kind of busy during like a battle scene. It's kind of
Mhm.
amazing to see it on the IMAX. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah, and also you said about the John Cena thing. Even though I'm not a comic book fan, I haven't read a lot of comic books, but I like the comic book movies. I don't see John Cena portraying a kid that is driving a muscular man that is a superhero because John Cena doesn't. He will. He's not gonna portray an innocence of a child. I don't see that. He's very masculine to show that.
Yeah, I don't know. I really haven't seen enough of his work. I know that like he was in Trainwreck as the
Oh,
boyfriend or
he,
whatever.
he was really great on Trainwreck. Also, that other movie with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey that they were sisters. He was great in that scene. Also, there was another scene. Oh, Daddy's Home. He was in like a cameo in the final scene.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, but I don't see it. And also going back to The Rock, I'm so tired of The Rock. Like Fast and Furious was awful, Baywatch was awful, Jumanji is not canon in my head. Like also like Heroes Reborn,
Yeah,
and I'm tired of The Rock. I would prefer to see more Vin Diesel than The Rock, and I hate Vin Diesel.
funny. Was there any other news you wanted to touch on real quick, or
Mm, there hasn't been any supernatural stuff.
not yet? We'll get to that soon,
I
hopefully.
don't know if you already watched season 12, the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. They just casted the son of Lucifer, and I just forgot that when that kid was in a show. It was like that could be interesting. And so I'm really sad because Mark Shepard is not gonna return as Crowley never.
yeah, that's a huge
I,
bummer. I love Crowley.
and I don't know the real story. There's rumors that he had a bad experience in one of the conventions. Some say that he had a bad story in the production. So you don't know which side is right. What happened with Mark Shepard in Supernatural?
Yeah, either way, it's a bummer really not to have him because he was so great as this character, and I'm sure we'll see him in other stuff. He pops up everywhere, so I'm sure he'll
The
get
thing
plenty
that
of
will
work.
be interesting, and they're gonna do the Ruby thing or like the mech, like another actor taking his place. The actor that portrays the trickster will be interesting as Crowley. I just think of it in my mind.
want him to just be the trickster.
I know, but talking about a spoiler from the whole season's back, Crowley is a demon, can possess anybody. What if he has like a superpower that can shapeshift in the body of the trickster?
Yeah.
Could be interesting.
See, TJ agrees with me that Dawn of the Dead remake was really good, and we should pair that with that Evil Dead remake.
Or, like I said, also Evil Dead remake with Cabin in the Woods.
We had a few suggestions for Cabin in the Woods. We'll definitely probably end up. Yeah, I liked the Tucker and Dale with Cabin in the Woods. But
Yeah.
Cabin in the Woods is great, and we'll definitely probably be doing a twofer for that at some point.
No, you can
Maybe
also
we'll do
mix.
horror ones for October.
You can mix Scream with Cabin in the Woods because they're both so meta. Also.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good matchup. Right.
All right. Is there anything you want to plug, Raul, or tell people where you're at?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter of Raul Bader RDC, and also I don't have anything to plug, just to plug up Shape Panel Tough. We just had recently an episode with Jay Washington, and I hopefully that I get an article already soon for the OSP page. I need to write stuff.
Ooh. Thanks, Raul. I appreciate the sentiment. I got to write something too, so like I'm as behind as everyone else on the thing.
Yeah, like I already have like 6 paragraphs that I read 2 months ago about when I saw Gravity Falls, and I just gonna add 1 or 2 more paragraphs and correct the grammar, and I think that will be it.
Cool. Well, maybe we'll be able to launch the. I'm behind on the Aftermath cards too. I got to post a bunch of stuff, but Raul's will be the most recent. Chase just gave a really good two for John Carpenter's The Thing and The Fly.
What's the Fly?
And I would assume
Goldblum.
Goldblum's because that's the body horror one.
Yeah. That's good.
That's a
Anyway,
good mix.
Raul, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, Raul.
Bye.
Billy is coming up next, right?
Well, Jeff's power just came back on, so he's back.
I know that Ashley and Joe kind of need to get in here.
Okay. Well, would anyone have a problem with just letting Ashley and Joe in? Or is anyone else in a hurry? Let us know in the chat. There's not too much of a delay. That was my new hit single. Okay, so Ashley, am I calling Joe? Am I calling you? Joe's running over. Give him a sec. Joe doesn't have to run, man. He can. Well, I thought we like to keep everyone on their toes here. Switch things up. Hopefully everyone got a chance to check out our newest show. It's a twofer. We keep referencing it over on the Tough channel. It's a lot of fun. It's it's called Flash Guardian. It's Flash Gordon paired with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Me and Kimber talk about that. And then we'll be putting out the promo for the newest twofer on Thursday. Okay. So I'm going to call Joe. Tomorrow is going to be the first live episode. It's the 3rd episode of the series, but the first live episode of Mormo's, the Mormo Zone. He's going to have a guest, Daniel Angel on.
Of
They're going to
course.
talk about.
Of course. Okay, I'm going to call back in just a second because I forgot to turn my ringer on, so I can't hear you.
Okay.
You got a signal on. I couldn't hear you.
I moved my mouth very elaborately. I don't remember what I was saying.
You were saying Mormo Zone.
Oh, Mormo Zone. He's going to be talking about cryptocurrency and converting new people into the punk lifestyle. For anyone who doesn't know what the Mormo Zone is, he interviews someone about either horror or punk, something in that vein. Mostly just the interests of the guest. And if anyone ever has an interest on being on the Mormo Zone, let us know on Twitter at Odd Shape Channel. No, Panel. Odd Shape Panel. That's our Twitter. I really, if I had one more letter, I could make it Odd Shape Channel, but it doesn't let me. I almost, one was like, "Thanks for the shout out. You're part of the channel. Of course, I'm going to shout you out." I'll also be there. I'll be behind the scenes, monitoring the chat and the levels and everything. So definitely come by and ooh, Billy just watched some Trauma, Mormo. That might be a good match. We're trying to see how often we can make Mormo Zone a thing. People like it for sure. If people don't like it, too bad.
Do you remember my name for an alternate Mormo show? Blunt Force Trauma.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't know if you heard that, Mormo. Kimber said another good. You could always use it for a series.
For like yeah.
Blunt Force Trauma. That's yours. You can have it, Mormo. But we definitely want to make that because the recap shows are over for now until we start back up again. Even if we are doing Supernatural, that's not until October, I think. Raul might correct me. What's that?
So we have a little minute until that starts.
Yeah, it's a little bit. So we're trying to get some content up. Me and Cal have something in the works too. We just got to iron some stuff out. We've both been kind of busy lately.
And me and Nolan's upcoming show, but also gonna.
Yeah, we got a lot of things in the pipeline. It's just a matter of timing and when these things come out.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry about all that.
Your friends are here.
We're having technical issues trying to get the other camera working too, and it was not working.
They did not like you.
Hello, friends.
Hello.
Hello.
It's good. Yeah. Were you able to hear our news bulletins?
I was not. I saw the fancy lower thirds though, but she was.
Well, they were great.
I loved your lower thirds.
Thank you. I love your lower third too. The knees down.
What were y'all doing in the bathroom when you kidnapped him?
I blocked that out.
And I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it
What
when I'm being
happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom.
What happens in the Dunkin' Donuts bathroom?
Oh.
The first rule of Bathroom Club is don't talk about Bathroom Club.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. There's no such thing as Bathroom Club.
So pretty much we talked about Matt Smith wanting to be in the Marvel Universe.
I saw that earlier.
Who he should play. Inhumans performing poorly. Ultimate Edition to BVS going into big screens. Drew Barrymore is producing an all-female
written and directed horror anthology.
CW raised efforts for Hurricane Harvey. Yeah.
Like a lot of the CW people, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love the CW like DC stuff, especially like their Flash and the Arrow and all that jazz. It's really good stuff.
For sure. Is there any news that we missed that you guys want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about the Lord of the Flies thing.
Oh, cool. Because I wanted your opinion on this too.
Yeah, because the one of the major themes of that book, it doesn't have anything really to do with masculinity. It's really about civilization versus savagery. Like, that's the biggest thing at the very end of the novel. Spoiler alert, the novel came out in like 1954. But like the naval captain like finds the boys marooned on the island, and he is so upset at all of the horrible things that they have done. And like, how could you, like, you're like the best of like this British school system, how could you result to these kind of basic savage behaviors? So that's one of the biggest ones, and loss of innocence. And there's some other themes that are pretty universal that could work if you make it an all-girls school, because the big problem I have with a lot of the rhetoric online is girls would never act that way. I work with teenage girls. They would be exactly that way or worse.
Yeah.
Because girls can be really mean to each other.
I mean, Mean Girls.
Exactly,
movie,
Mean Girls.
I was just about to say, if Tina Fey writes this, I'm totally down.
And that's the other problem I have with it on the other side is it's being basically like directed, produced, or written by like men. And like nothing against men, but I would just like to see a female voice write this story because I think it would be more authentic, you know, especially with the way like girl behavior works because like the author of the book was like all like, oh, only boys could be this way, but that was like a 1950s attitude, and now in the modern day, like I think it could be a good update, but I'm very hesitant because you know I think maybe the meaning is misguided because it's now like popular to like let's switch the genders.
Sorry, I'm also worried it's gonna turn into some sort of like catching fire, like they're gonna stretch it out and make it like about a girl's survival, and like
instead of missing the actual point of the story.
Yeah, like I'm worried they're gonna try to just make money on it, story in an authentic way.
Yeah, and then of course this has brought up a lot of stuff about the the new female doctor, and people are already saying like it's bad, like they're only doing it for publicity or whatever. It's like, have you read the script? Have you actually seen it in action? You don't know like what kind of changes they're gonna make to the story and the character to make it really worthwhile for that character to now have this identity. Everyone's just assuming like, oh, they're trying to be all PC or whatever. And it's like, you haven't read any of the scripts. How do you know?
Yeah.
It just makes me angry when people are so dismissive because they just assume the showrunners or whatever doing it for a certain reason.
Yep.
So I will definitely have to wait to know more about this remake, or not remake, it's an adaptation to, see, if it will actually be good. But I kind of have like my hope is tempered because I like the idea, but I just wish that maybe some more females were involved. I don't mind men being involved too, but, women already have such limited roles in Hollywood in those executive positions. It would be nice to see some more representation.
Yeah, I'm with you because there's a lot of ways that this script could be written in a way that reinforces some of the stuff you're not liking about people's opinions. And it would be better to have like a female voice because then you feel like the material is going to get handled in a way to like maybe make a statement that you want it to, instead of just being like this fumbled thing that is totally making a statement contrary to what you would hope it would be,
Like,
yep.
It kind of reminds me of Neighbors 2, how they set up this sorority house to be a frat house, but it didn't work because I don't doubt that girls can be horrible to each other either, but like the amount of like gross stuff in that movie, like they're setting it up to like compete with dudes, and I just don't think that it just was not handled well. I was all for an all-female Ghostbusters. It just wasn't.
It wasn't good.
And it's not even just them. It's like the special effects I didn't like. I didn't like the story. Like, as long as the story holds up, what do I care?
I felt similarly to that movie, the Ghostbusters, as I did about the movie we just did for our BFF, Harlem Nights, is it was in general okay. There's lots of really good moments.
Okay. It looked like it wanted to be a haunted mansion.
Yeah.
And that
I could see that with the effects.
I don't know. I found Kate McKinnon's character strangely very attractive, so that was my favorite part of the movie.
I liked her as well. She was very like over the top at times, but there was a lot of other parts of the movie where like on a second viewing it's like okay, like I could see like where like the cracks in the plot are. And like the humor is very like that under the table subtle humor sometimes where like you have to really listen for the jokes, and if you're not into that kind of humor, like Kevin Nealon's really big about that, where he'll like slip in a joke and you don't even notice it. So it's comedy is the most subjective of the genres, I think. So it worked for some people, didn't work for a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't even watch it because they were so angry at the concept.
Yeah. I mean, I gave that a shot, and I still haven't given Suicide Squad a shot. So that tells you
Yeah.
how I feel.
You're not missing much. I mean, all things considered.
But yeah. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about as far as like recent events? How are
What
you
was
guys?
that John Cena thing? Like he's supposed to be Captain Marvel from DC Universe?
Yeah.
Possibly. He's in the lead.
You remember Shazam?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's the little boy, and then he says his
Magic word
Shazam.
transforms.
I mean, he's real big and bulky, so that would fit for like the drawing that I've seen of him in the Little Justice Children.
Yeah, and he's a good-natured guy, which Captain Marvel's supposed to be. So
And he was really
I just want
funny.
to see wrestlers with superpowers.
He was really funny in Sisters. Like he's like this bouncer, and like he's real stoic.
And a drug dealer.
He's all tatted up.
And he's like into poetry, I think.
Yeah,
it
was like weirdly deep in some ways.
I think John Cena is really good if you give him a few quirks to like this is what your character does, and like give him like 3 bullet points, he can nail it. And
yeah.
If you just
just let him run with it.
Yeah, you're childish. You're amazed at everything that's happening around you, and you're having fun.
Yep.
That would be hilarious.
Like, Shazam could like save DC. Like I don't want to. Like I know Wonder Woman is a step in the right direction, from where we were at, but I think Shazam is where we can find like a sense of hope, which is what is missing from all of this.
Like a fun movie.
Yeah, I know Mac's talking about an alley scene in Harlem Nights, but we love the alley scene in Wonder Woman, and that was like the biggest spark of hope I've had in the entire DC franchise.
Yep.
I want just a whole movie to make me feel like the world's gonna be okay.
And Billy Batson could do that.
He can. That's what I'm saying. I think
Yeah,
it'd be really interesting.
So,
way.
Did you ever tell him when James played that game as?
Oh no.
We played a game one time, and our friend James played as Billy Batson, and he was funny because like he was playing like the.
It was converted into D&D, so he would change into like a god, like a demigod status.
Yeah, nice.
But he was just so funny, like playing, like you could tell when he was doing the kid thing, and then like he would switch it. It was funny.
Yeah, and then like he was really good at playing off because like the characters would be like, "How do you know that?" Like. Or how did you even get in here? And he would just play it off, and he like always managed to like pay off the bluff roll. So it was one of the best characters he's played, like adaptation characters he's played.
Nice.
So if John Cena's playing Captain Marvel, who would you want to play Billy Batson?
Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, that's
he's
exactly where my mind went to.
He's a little too old, but I don't really I don't follow kid actors. An unknown may be the best.
I don't know the actor's name, but I just think it would be like so heartwarming and fun if it was the kid that played Dustin in Stranger Things.
Oh, that could be cute.
That would be really cute.
But...
Yeah,
he is a little old,
but it'd be fun because he's the
that...
heart and soul.
Man, I feel like we're marrying Trent. This is weird.
What about the
too old?
They don't understand that reference. So.
That's for everyone else in the chat.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts, or did you have anything you wanted to plug?
Well, we just did a BFF live right before y'all's show. You were there. It was a show. There were technical difficulties had all around. You can find it at the Tough Channel. It was over Harlem Nights. What else do we got going on?
We did a little competition with the guesses that we do for the BFF shows because we can't release them, in advance because we don't want to spoil the show. So we make y'all guess, and Mac nailed it. So he wins a choice of sticker, and he chose a BFF sticker. So whenever we get those in, that will be going to him, and he said he would wear it proudly. So
nice,
cool.
Good.
Beyond that, I don't know if anything in the upcoming week or so.
Yeah, I should have an article coming out on Screen Mayhem soon about the movie Naked from Netflix. It's kind of like in the vein of Groundhog Day, but it's about this guy's wedding. It's actually from the people who made A Haunted House and 50 Shades of Black, but don't let that stir you away from it. I found it very heartfelt, and really funny and not like a total ripoff of Groundhog Day. But you can read my full review when that comes out. It's pretty cute.
I actually just watched that too. It's so funny you say that. It was actually pretty decent. It was funny.
Yeah. There's like a good lesson, and the payoff at the end of the movie is really good too. And so yeah, I'll be doing some more Netflix exclusive or original reviews for Screen Mayhem coming up. So there's one about, it's called, what was that called?
Little Evil or something?
Yeah, Little Evil. It looks like it's Damien and The Omen and all the other horror movie kids.
Yeah, that looks good.
It looks like we all have like the same movies in our queue.
We probably do.
Yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, Screen Mayhem. They're a great group of guys. TV three-way. That's Screen Mayhem, right? Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not.
We've both done that show.
I think one of mine is coming out soonish, I think, and you have 2 out currently. So yeah, go to Screen Mayhem, check out Ashley's articles and their other stuff, TV three-way and some Bushido, and be sure to check out BFF on Tough and at Geek It to My Nerd. Do you want to give your Twitter stuffs?
You can find me on Twitter at Drake Masters.
And I'm at _Mrs. Davis, and our mutual one is at Geek to My Nerd with underscores between all the words.
And as a side note, oh crap, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
I can't read your mind.
It's the worst.
Oh, okay. Well, it was great having you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Eject.
Billy's coming in next, followed by Eric. Jack was here, but I don't think Jack's around anymore.
Jack just popped in to be like, hey.
Mac, Mormo, Chase, and TJ, if whoever is around still. I know Billy said he had props.
Yes, I did. Hi.
Great job fact checking, man.
Yeah,
oh, thank you. Thank you.
Oh wait, did Jeff want to come in too at some point?
Oh yeah,
I'll put him on the list too.
I asked. I don't know if he heard me though.
Yeah, Jeff is awesome. He's been really cool to everybody for like the past couple of weeks, and I just got to shout him out for that.
Jeff's
Definitely.
my new favorite. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, he's also the only Jeff.
Yeah, right.
I know there's 3 Toms.
2 Bills, 2 Erics.
Mm-hmm. Did you have any news that you wanted comments on? Anything to add?
For news, I want to talk about it. Yeah, that's the first prop. Yeah, I wanted to talk about it very simply just because I'm stoked for this movie, man. I'm hearing a lot of great things. Stephen King loves it, and I'm a little iffy on what he loves and doesn't love because he loves some stuff that I do not agree with whatsoever. And, I mean, Bill Skarsgård looks like he's going to be great. The cast looks good. It has everything going for it. It was in development hell for a while, but it seems to have gotten past that. And yeah, man, I am pumped for this movie. I mean, that's really the only big news thing. I could care less about all that other crap. And by the way, yeah, thank you for pointing that out earlier towards the beginning of the show. I don't need to be specific. I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. I don't like talking about it, but I appreciated that nonetheless.
No problem, bud.
Yeah, and oh yeah, I went to Chicago and I met Tom Z.
Yeah, how was that? I saw your pictures and stuff. Looked like you guys were having fun.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I mean, Tom is just a really cool guy, and yeah, I spent a lot of money, and I got my autographs here. And I know one Kimber you would probably appreciate. Well, a lot of people would. Is I met Barrowman, and he is just as cool as you think he is.
What was he wearing?
He was wearing these really short flamingo shorts, or these pink flamingo shorts that were like ridiculously short.
I knew it would be something fun.
Yeah, he also wore a skirt as panel because, of course, he always wears like dresses and skirts and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He was an hour late for autographs, but I cut him some slack. Anyway, I tried deep dish for the first time. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm a thin crust pizza guy.
With Robin Scherbatsky too.
Oh yes, Kobe Smulders. That was another one. Tom can tell you this. I freaked out. Like I was just like I was covering my face. I was almost about to cry. I couldn't believe that. You gotta understand that How I Met Your Mother is how I made friends with my cross country team and basically my first friends in high school. So we really bonded over that show. I mean, the ending is a completely different story, but
You don't gotta tell me. I feel exactly the same.
yeah, way to shit on all those years of me caring, but
yeah, decade of us caring, but
pretty much. But that's the thing; she feels the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a lot of stuff that a lot of people that I met. A couple Candace would probably enjoy, Buffy related, and some Firefly people.
I was gonna make a really obscure How I Met Your Mother joke, asking you if you asked her if you could give her an old King Clancy. Ugh. But I don't know if
that's a very old one. I know that one. Yeah. I couldn't believe it. The only thing I regret is that nobody else could make it. I understood completely, like financially and all that stuff, but it was still a very, very awesome weekend. And yeah, Jeff, deep dish is an acquired taste. It's not a taste I like. So how have you guys been?
Same old, man. Busy, working, doing lots of shows, planning a wedding, all that jazz.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, there's gonna be some solid movies this month, or I'm hoping it. Not only it, but Kingsman. Kingsman's coming out this month, and I can't wait for that. And I'm revealing what?
Pedro Pascal is in the second Kingsman movie.
Yeah, playing Agent Whiskey or Jack Daniel. And
that could be another good contender for Shazam. What's his face?
Channing
Tatum. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's talk about Shazam as a person named Billy in the DC universe that is a basically magic Superman. Yeah, that character is literally me. I mean, a kid at heart that is unfortunately not a big muscular man. Unless I really, really worked at it. But yeah, Shazam, it's got some good things going for it. Great director. Whoever they cast, I'm sure they'll be good. There's a lot of fun they can do with it. There's a lot of stories they can do. They could open up magic, which is a big thing that only Marvel is now just getting to.
What do you mean Enchantress? She enchants.
Hey. I hated her too. I just think she's hilariously bad, though. It is so dumb. And I need to give the Davises. I met somebody that Davises really liked, the Cinema Snob, and I got this for them, and I will mail it to them. I promise you that, and I never break my promises.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, do you want to do some plugs or whatever you want to do?
Yeah, sure. You can find me on Twitter at bbusterbill. I just did some voice work for this guy named Christopher Waltz. He does a horror podcast or a horror story podcast, and I am going to be a recurring voice on that. And I'm very excited because I really like doing voice work, and That's I'm gonna be a guest on people's stuff, and I need to get on those articles. It's been a long day. I had to work today, which was really stupid because it's Labor Day. But yeah, I'm very tired, but I wouldn't miss this show for anything.
Aw, well, thank you, buddy. We appreciate that a lot.
No one's called dibs on doing the It review. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'll totally do the It review with anybody who wants to do it with me. Just contact me on Twitter or Instagram or whatever.
That's what she said.
All right. I'll see you guys, and have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
And I'm going to do one more plug for Billy. He was just fact checker over at Game Grudge, and he did an awesome job.
I was. Thank you.
Yeah,
He was
good job, buddy,
he was
for
very
real.
professional.
Oh, thank you guys. That means a lot.
All right, buddy. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Adios.
Sorry about the "that's what she said" joke. I've been rewatching The Office again recently. Jeff is not feeling good, so I think we should call in our resident Pokemon trader here, Eric, and see what news we got going on for Pokemon Go.
And we hope you feel better, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm fighting a headache myself right now, so I feel you.
If I can spell, that would help. There we go.
I am hungry.
For food?
This just in.
Beep, 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 beep.
Breaking news.
God, guys. Oh, so tired, guys. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Well, he just had a long
man.
fight.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched some of that.
Yeah. That was a tough battle, but oh man, so glad that was a lot of fun. Didn't come out with the win, but I won the round that I wanted to. So
Nice.
yeah, with these guys, best crossover. I had a great pitch for that. Pokemon Go news. I mean, all right. So I guess I'll start off with that. So it's not necessarily new news, but it's new to like this week. But the new round of legendaries dropped at the beginning of the month, which are the legendary, people call them legendary dogs, legendary beasts. I particularly like legendary dogs, even though they're not actually dogs. That's just what I prefer to call them. We got Raikou here, and I'm gonna check real quick which area has what. But in the Americas, we have Raikou right now, and then every month it'll rotate for the next 3 months, and so we'll have a month of Raikou, a month of Suicune, and a month of Entei. So
And
that's gonna be a lot of fun. Nothing.
Raikou or Riku, sorry. He is the electric beast.
Yes. But oh man. Going back to Gamer Grudge. Oh man, I got robbed in that tiebreaker. Hashtag gold rings.
Yeah, I felt like Fred Flintstone on that classic the bowling/date episode, because I was trying to jump between Gamer Grudge and BFF at the same time.
yeah. That's like that I'm like I'm so like it was a lot of fun, and I completely missed all of BFF because I couldn't leave the fight at all.
You're just watching another screen. You're like, yeah. So it's great. Harlem Nights.
Yeah. Oh man, my voice is. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my voice is shot. We yelled so much.
Yeah, it was rough. I felt bad for TJ because he waited and then he got pounced on.
But
I don't want to kill your voice, but was there any news that you're excited about, or?
I mean, there. Of course, there's just going back to the talk of Shazam. I know it's not actually news, but it's like, as you know, I with my show Just Whelmed, I love Billy Batson as a character, and it's like, since they announced The Rock as Black Adam, I'm just like, I've been so ready for this movie, and like the second The Rock was cast, like, hey, should do John Cena as Captain Marvel then, just because that the whole wrestler thing. But that's like, if they do manage to cast John Cena in it, I think he'll actually probably wind up doing a pretty good job.
I do too. I
Personally.
think the thing is, I don't think he takes himself too seriously, and that's what Shazam's all about.
Yeah. I just can't wait for Young Justice season 3 though.
I know you're counting down. I'm sure you have a clock somewhere.
Somewhere. But what else was there? There was the ultimate cut of Batman vs Superman that you were talking about, maybe being released in theaters. If it's around where I am, I might see it. I don't own the ultimate cut, and I hear it's pretty good comparatively. So I might go catch that if it's in my area.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure there's some people who would definitely benefit from seeing it in the theater, possibly, because I mean, there are elements of that movie that I did really enjoy, and I unfortunately haven't seen the ultimate cut yet, but I've read a synopsis of what the scenes were in them, and it's nice that they flesh it out a bit more, but they still don't seem to really do much with Superman. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like the Superman was a minor character in his own movie.
Yeah, should have been Batman FT Superman instead of Batman T Superman.
Man, if it wasn't for the fact that they were at odds, they should have just called the movie Super Friends.
Dude, they should call it
World's Finest.
Yeah, I was about to say World's Finest, or even if they did Brave and the Bold, that would have been interesting.
Oh
Take
yeah.
on the Brave and the Bold.
There's so many better titles for this movie.
Yeah, I always thought it was gonna be World's Finest, but
World's Finest should have at least been the subtitle.
I recognize the fact that like it's a rule in comic books, and they did it really well in the Avengers. When two comic book heroes meet, they gotta fight, and then they gotta team up. Like that's just the rules. But I don't know if you make the whole movie about the fight, and then the third act about the team up. It's a little different.
And
Stream's on a break. Thanks for gracing us with your presence, my lord.
That's like, speaking of that, I made a Death and Return of Superman, the Max Landis video referenced during Gamer Grudge. I don't think anybody got it because it was during the crossover part, and they were talking about we were talking about how it was TJ's pick about how with Batman and Leon. I said, Batman would just get a sponge, and he.
Yeah, it's the exact ending.
Yeah,
it's the same ending as Landis's pitch.
Yeah,
it just doesn't have a female starring Batman. Elijah Wood's the best part of that.
Yeah, that's a great video. It's so good. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. It's perfect.
Like, I didn't realize who Max Landis was, and I got introduced to him through because I watched Chronicle and I like Chronicle, and I got introduced to him through that, and I like his rant videos, but I've been overexposed to him kind of because of Screen Junkies and stuff. So me and Max are taking some time off, and Kimber doesn't like him.
Yeah, he is a.
He also coined like the most sexist back into style. We don't need to get back into that because I'm not. If you give words strength, power, I don't know. I'm trying to say something woke, but
Mac definitely wants me back on Gamer Grudge. Because man, that was a great fight. It came down to the wire.
Oh yeah, I was able to watch the last 10 minutes, and I had because I was gone I watched the beginning of that round, and then I dropped out for like 5 minutes, And then I came back, and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on, but it's chaos, and everyone is in my mind.
Yeah, it was. I definitely didn't have the best choice for the fourth round.
You were trashing something. I can't remember what it was, and I was like, oh man, Eric's putting the hat in hate right now.
It was probably me trashing archery.
It's something like that. But all right, man, we gotta get some other people in here. But do you want to plug your channel and everything?
Yeah, I'd say, like I said on Gamer Grudge, Just One will be back eventually. I still got to go through season 2. I just want to make sure everybody's schedules are all good. You know, but I'm exhausted, so
Yeah, man.
get some of these other guys in here. So I'll see you guys later.
Okay, and if only you were Red Tornado, you could go all night.
Oh yeah,
But
bye.
Later. Speaking of Gamer Grudge, we got Mac coming up next.
All right, Mac, we're sending you a call.
So the rest of the people I have on the list here are Mormo, Chase, and TJ. So if any of you three fellas want to call in tonight, let me know in the chat. And if I missed anyone, please also let me know in the chat. Oh.
Mac, I think I just found your match.
Tampa Buck Girl 22.
Tampa Buck Girl 22. Meet up with Tampa Buck. I always screw this up.
Isn't it the Buck fan?
It could be. It very well could be. But I just found a love connection for Mac. So.
Maybe you don't know what his status is.
Oh, I didn't mean to presume, Mac. I apologize.
I think he sent you the...
Yeah, I had it right. Oh, no. You put me in the wrong direction.
Mormo's going to call in, so we might finish up with Mormo if I don't hear from them.
Oh, we should. We should plug his show. Oh, my God. Why are you doing this to me? Tampa Buck. There we go. All right, I just sent you the invite. Yeah, Mac, I would have definitely fought Keyblade. Obvious answer. Well, I just sent somebody else. You were right. And maybe we'll meet somebody cool if they accept the invite. Yep, there's Mac's picture. Now I know it's him. Jeff's channeling crazy dead people right now. Eric's still on about gold rings.
Hello.
Oh. Hey, what's up?
Not much, just chilling. Pressing the belt, which will soon be mine.
I'm sorry. I think you mean the one that's going to be hanging right next to this one?
No. This will be around my waist as soon as I become Gamer Grudge champion. So, this will stay with the House of Mac.
Hold on. Who's going to be judging that?
Probably Cal or
good
Joe.
luck, Mac. Good luck.
Well, it's going to be a neutral fighter. I might find somebody, but yeah, that was a tough fight. I give my credit to Eric and TJ. They brought it. Couldn't get any closer, but enough of that because my head is really, really ringing from doing that fight. So how's it going?
Good, man. We're just doing the show.
Yeah, you have anything to say about any of the news that you heard, or?
I really want to talk about this John Cena being Shazam. I'm sort of like against it a little bit because I'm like, I ain't seen enough from him. I think if they would have cast like, and I know it's like Marvel, it's like not Marvel, but Fox. I would like to see Michael Fassbender take on it. I think Michael Fassbender would have been a good pick for this because I think he could do the kid like Innocence or something like that. I think he could really do it. But that's just me.
Yeah,
Or
I love
Brendan.
Michael Fassbender, but that's a weird choice for me.
Or
Max
Brendan.
always picks the weird recastings.
Yeah. Or if this is like back in the day, hear me out. Tom Hanks would have been awesome. Just saying.
That's just big.
Yeah. That would have been awesome. Like I said, I'm weird. But yeah, I didn't like the choice, but I think it could. I agree with you, Tom. It could save DC, but you know, it all depends on what happened. I think Wonder Woman is doing a great job. I'm actually thinking that um Justice League is gonna. I'm crossing my fingers. I'm believing it's gonna be a good one because it's bringing them all together, and it's taking out the person I did not like in Batman v Superman, which was Henry Cavill's Superman. I did not like him in that. So you're taking the negative out and you're bringing in the positive. So I think it's going to be a good one.
They've already like confirmed he's in it though, so it's not
Shoot!
even like
Dadgummit!
it's been like press photo, like the whole you missed Mustache Gate. Okay, man, this man was in another movie at the same time, and he has to keep his mustache, like it's in his contract. But they had to do Justice League reshoots, so they are digitally removing his mustache from these reshoots. So like, they are not being shy about it at all. We already knew he was coming back. We saw the end of Batman vs Superman.
I was just hoping and praying that, God, can we just let Superman die for one film? Just keep him dead in that freaking grave for one film. One film.
I completely agree with you. If they like, I thought that was the cheapest like payoff at the end of Batman vs Superman with the rubble coming up Dragon Ball Z style. Like
like he's rising. I was like, oh God, no! Just keep him in the grave. Let him wander off and find in the Fortress of Solitude. They don't need him. Just let it be. I wanted to see Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman and Batman just come together. Wonder Woman come together and just fight without Superman. And I know people are going to be like, "We need Superman." I was like, "No, just let them fight. They don't need."
I have a feeling he's going to be the Deus
Ex Machina.
No, I was going to do a pun, but then I got messed up. Deus Superman.
Also, I have a theory that I'm working on. At the end of the film, they're saying at the end of the Justice League trailer where they're saying, "I didn't know you said you were coming." Where after at the end where he said you said you were coming, everybody's screaming as Green Lantern, and I actually have a theory because nobody said it. I think it's Martian Manhunter. I mean,
no, it's Superman. Alfred doesn't know anybody else. He only knows Superman.
Well, I really don't know Superman in this dang film. I really don't.
Well,
I'm trying to block. I'm trying to block it out. Like I don't want him in this film.
You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would love to see Green Lantern, but I think they're giving that some space. And there's like little things where Nebula looks like a real like mixed matched cyborg living organism kind of thing. Cyborg looks like a guy who's wearing a green screen and they texturized later. Like I am not a fan.
And it's a bummer.
Style.
Yeah.
The Mother Cube like section in freaking BBS or whatever was awesome. That was like some
like
cool,
a horror movie.
Yeah, like a little like Frankenstein thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I really want to see. I don't want to see. I agree with you, but I don't want to see. I just wanted to see the whole. It would have been great if they got the TV universe characters to play their people in the film, because they're giving us the Flash and they're giving us Green Arrow, and they're not putting. It's just a shame that they didn't put just Gaston into being the Flash, because he is the Flash. Why would they do that?
It's
So-
funny though, because Grant Gustin has even come out though, and it's like I totally buy it because there's like infinite universes. Of course, there's going to be a universe where Barry Allen doesn't look like this Barry Allen.
Yeah. He's like this. It's the multiverse theory, and I'm still standing by. I'm still standing by that. I'm still preaching that there is going to be and I know that Eric was talking. All of them hounded me on this on the Gamer Grudge, but I am going to make my Star Killer Zero game. It's going to happen. I'm gonna talk to Capcom and it's going to happen. Yeah, Zero going to happen for us. Screw that.
Let's
Zero
give
is
a
going
little
to be.
preview right now. Here's why Zero and Star Killer would not work. Hey, how are you going to have the droids be on the same playing field? Like, Grievous is like on Zero's level. Like, Zero cannot be that special. And be a
Oh,
robot.
Zero actually Zero is pretty special because he has the flame, he has the what's it, Ridgen, which is a flaming sword which he goes up in the air with a slices people in half.
Yeah,
He
no, I
actually
played Marvel
has
vs. Capcom. Anyway, that's just the
Yeah.
case. Make sure you tune in to Gamer Grudge when we all battle it out.
when I win this
you wanna
belt
tell
right here.
everyone- Yeah, I want to draw something on it though.
Oh yeah. You're gonna draw.
When I
You're
win it,
gonna
I'll
draw that Gamer Grudge.
draw a rocket ship. Here, I'll do it. So tell everyone how they can find Gamer Grudge and all your other content.
Go subscribe to the Game Fixers channel. Not next week, but not this next week, people, but next Monday we are going to have 3 new contestants come in, and I will be the judge again. We're going to have Langley M. Neal. He's going to come in. We're going to have Kentucky Nerd, and we're going to have another guest. We're going to have somebody else on there. I'll put it out there, but we're going to have 3 new contestants coming on. Also, the brawl for it all for this championship. It's going to happen in December. It's going to happen December. I think I want to say December 4th, or it's going to happen December 4th. And I'm going to give you a tease on what one of the questions are, and one of the questions is the best fighting game. Ooh, Tom.
What day of the week is that?
Yeah, what day? Okay, I got my calendar up now. Up there.
Yeah. I think it's the 4th. I want to say it's the 4th. It's a Monday, but we're planning on doing
We
it
can't
that.
do Mondays.
Oh, yeah, I know.
We can't do. Yeah.
Well, we'll do it on a Saturday.
If you want Tom and
Yeah,
All right,
that's pretty good.
We'll do it on a
We'll figure
Saturday.
it out.
Saturday, we're going to do this. Okay, we're going to settle this. He's the best.
9th, but figure it out.
Well, yeah. All right, but yeah.
All right.
All right. That's it.
Okay, we'll see you later.
See ya.
It was on Tom's birthday, but I canceled it. We smudged his dreams.
Aw. I think we got Mormo and Tom if they want to call in.
Yeah. Well, I forgot what I was gonna say. Do we want to close with Mormo, or Mormo, do you want to get in now? Let me know. Man, I had something in my mind. My grandmother says it couldn't be too important. Man, Jeff is the most supportive guy in the world. I like it. We're getting sleepy here. It's my night off.
Yeah, I'm really hungry.
And Kimber's hungry.
I got jealous of your burrito earlier, and now I wish I had a burrito.
How was my burrito from yesterday?
Kimber wants a burrito. That's what you should write. Oh, makeup list, Mormo. Ooh.
Naked Mormo. Man, we're really trying to promo this show. We know sex sells.
Eric's still on about the gold rings. Rose gold rings. Actually, I like rose gold. He's been doing a bit, Tom. Just go with it.
Who's been doing a bit? Oh,
Eric with his rig.
he's talking about Sonic. Fast. You need chili dogs.
Know what I want with my burrito? Some Mountain Dew.
Oh my goddamn Mountain Dew. I will hunt you. Mountain Dew. Hunt you to the edge of the earth. Hey, Mormo, how's it going?
Speaking of the edge of the earth.
Oh, can you hear me?
I think he's muted. Is he muted?
No, I don't think so. Let me see. Hold on.
We can see you, but we can't hear you.
Oh, man, that's awesome. I was asking him if he can do a space background for a show, and he got one. That's cool. Hold on. I'm trying to get you to hear you. Let me see what I can do here. That's wrong.
Hello, can you...
Yeah, there we are.
There we go.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how are you guys?
I'm doing great.
You
How are you?
you guys are hungry and tired. I already know.
How's space? Are you cold?
No, it's pretty. I'm doing real well. I shot some videos with my friend Andy Simpson today, and we tried durian candy. Oh my God, it was so nasty.
Yeah, I saw you post something about that on Facebook, actually.
Yeah, it was really strong. So the news I wanted to talk about are I went and saw Birth of the Dragon, the Bruce Lee movie, and the trailer before it was for a movie called Happy Death Day, which looked like kind of like Groundhog Day, but with this college girl who keeps getting killed over and over again.
Nice.
I thought that looked really cool. That's from Blumhouse. And then also Creep 2. The Blumhouse is coming out with Creep 2. And Creep 1 was like a really scary movie that's on Netflix. And it's no budget, just super cheap, but it was really effective and scary. And so I'm really excited about the next one.
That's cool, man. It's always good to hear because you always bring up movies that I never hear about. So it's always cool that you have these little gems.
Oh yeah, Blumhouse is they do like horror and genre movies, right? They have small budgets and make a modest profit, and they're like always profitable with all their movies.
Awesome.
So,
Well, cool. That's all.
Sorry. Do you want to tell everybody about Mormozone?
Yeah, it's going to be tomorrow at 8 o'clock Central. And I'm going to have my buddy Daniel Angel come on. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency. And the keyword would be like cryptocurrency punk and Bitcoin punk. And and like I'm doing this thing called Steam now, where you can mine for crypto coins, but you do it by blogging rather than having a special machine built or something. So you like blog and then you earn these Steam bucks and everything, and it's pretty exciting. Cool. Yeah, so we'll be talking about that and about the punk rock scene and bringing new people, because I always think that's important. So, and I've already done one interview with my friend Daniel. The other one is up on my channel. It's like called DIY Punk Art or something.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely be putting a link to that video in the chat, or not in the chat, I'm sorry, in the descript for tomorrow's video. But be sure to come by. Like I said, I'll be moderating the chat, and it'll be an interesting conversation and a fun time. If you're curious to see past Mormozones, we have the first 2 episodes on the page, and you should definitely check them out.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I'll see you later.
All right, Mormo,
Bye,
we'll
buddy.
see you soon.
It's always fun to see you. Oh, to the edge of the earth.
I know what's in there.
Mountain Dew.
So I think we are gonna finish up the night with Tom Z.
He said, "Let's see here."
I think they're having a separate conversation that we missed some of.
Well, I'm waiting on the verification that they want to call it.
I'm waiting for a burrito.
Tom Zambino is low on energy. That's perfectly understandable. We have some in the microwave.
No, we don't.
Keep it under the microwave.
Update. Did you send a invite to Tom?
He's low on energy. And
Oh,
Fam's
okay.
kind of sleeping.
So that's it?
I think that's it.
All right.
That's a show, guys.
That's a show.
So make sure, like Morrow said, make sure you come by tomorrow, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. Be a fun time. And if we get enough interested guests, we can make it weekly content if Mormo's up for the challenge. Or we could just do it more often. Maybe interlace things back and forth every other week. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This is what we always do. Make sure you check out outshapechannel.com. I'm slowly but surely updating it all the time. And I'm screwing up Kimber's Twitter handle. There we go. Yeah, I didn't even write mine out. All apart. On apart. All right.
Oh, no.
Nope. Nope.
What are they saying about my burrito? Oh my god, the gold rings.
They don't take the gold rings. So if you guys want to talk to us on Twitter, you can tweet at me at OddShapePanel.
And me at Kimberbatch_burrito.
That won't fit. I don't even have burritos here. I have some corn dogs. I have 16 corn dogs. I'm gonna go eat 8
It's
of
not
them.
the same. I don't know what Qdoba is, but we probably don't have one near here because it's very rural and we don't have very many places to eat.
Is it a quick double opera bar arena?
I don't think it's.
I
would imagine they sell
Quiet.
burritos.
A quiet down on.
Eric has just been possessed by Sonic the Hedgehog at this point.
Gotta go fast.
Like Chipotle, but better. That sounds delicious.
Sounds like fighting words. All right, everyone. This episode was brought to you by Not Chipotle, and we appreciate everyone coming by. Thanks everyone for sticking through to the end. And if you're watching this later, make sure you comment and subscribe if you're new here. And we got this week coming up. You can check out our upcoming live events. We have Normal Zone tomorrow night, and then we have Twin Peaks at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be talking the finale of Twin Peaks, which we are probably going to watch
Wednesday.
right now. Wednesday, what did I say?
You said you were just still talking about tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Wednesday.
Thursday we have a preview for the upcoming It's a Twofer,
which will be out in Tough.
The following Thursday.
And then make sure you check out TV Debunker. I'll give a shout out. Tom Zambino has Cars and Popcorn on the Zed Reviews channel on YouTube. And we did a Supernatural episode. So if you want us to do a Supernatural series, we won't do it unless you watch that episode. So go watch the episode. I want you to timestamp it, screenshot, put it a link in the comments, tiny URL only, and then we'll consider it. Yeah, I have nothing else to say.
All right, guys. I'm gonna go eat a food.
Bye. Oh wait, I have to put the button.